I'm sure you've heard by now that if you want to lose weight, you need to quit sugar. There's a big movement in the Western world to reduce our sugar intake. But the funny thing is, people cut down on their sugar and they still don't lose weight. So why is this? Well, it's about confusion around what actually sugar is. Now on the surface, it seems obvious. It's the white sprinkly or the brown sprinkly stuff we put on or in foods, and we mix in the processed foods, and that's called sugar. Well, technically, what we're more interested in is what sugar becomes in the body, and it becomes glucose. Now this is where it's really important, because it's glucose that you need to limit in order to lose weight, not just sugar. And glucose is the end product of any carbohydrate, whether that's sugar in cakes and biscuits and lollies and chocolates, or whether it's fructose from fruits, or whether it's the glucose that comes from bread, pasta, rice, white potatoes. All of these things are what elevate your blood glucose, causing a rise in insulin. The insulin pulls the glucose down, processed through the liver, and it's stored as fat in your fat cells. So just cutting out your sugar is only a small part of it. Because if you're having cereal for breakfast and a sandwich for lunch and a pasta meal for dinner, and then maybe a muffin for morning tea, you are getting a load of glucose. Add to that one of those big fruity drinks that are very popular and sold as health drinks. Nothing could be further from the truth. They are just a big sugar drink. You are taking in huge amounts of sugar. So the problem comes when we eat a diet that is high in both glucose forming foods or general sugars and fat, because the fat will just get stored in your body. The glucose will be converted to energy, but only a small part of it. We only need 1 teaspoon of glucose in our bloodstream at any one time. Gee, you're going to get 10 of those from a can of Coke, or about 8 from a chocolate milk drink, or even more from a big fruit drink. So all that extra glucose gets stored as fat. The way to lose weight is by having a low carb diet. And the science is there to prove this. Now, does the science prove this 100%? No, because not 100% of people are all the same. But most people will respond to this. Most people will respond to reducing their carbohydrates. So the reason you lose weight is because now you're actually burning that fat, and you start to release fat from the cells to be used as energy. When you've got lots of glucose, you will never need to release the fat from the cells. It was designed to see us through the harsh winters hundreds of years ago, or the long dry summers when there just wasn't any food around. But there's always food around now. The second aspect to weight loss like this is really winning the mental game. It's always the mental game that is important. You have to have the right dietary framework, but it's you who decides how much you eat, when you eat, and what kind of foods you eat, and how active you are. It's you who decides to walk away from the buffet. It's you who decides not to have the dessert cart. That's right. I don't mean the whole cart, but sometimes people would like. It's you to decide who decides what is in your pantry. Is it a pantry full of biscuits and cakes? Or is it healthy foods? If you'd like help with this, and it's the mental game that really counts, I will provide you with the nutritional and dietary framework, but I really work hard at helping you win the mental game. My name's Ian Newton. I can see you anywhere on Skype in Australia, around the world, or in my clinic on the Sunshine Coast. Thank you.